At 20 years, I couldn't get to go to Canada. Because I have a ganja record. And every time I go to Central, I can't get through 20 years. And the weirdest thing is that I was my ganja. Them just find it, which part me did there. After the person admits you have for them own, them still arrest me. And then have it on a record. What did happen is that this shot will get fired, when them fire after Trump, they really have big him up. Imagine a man get shot and it make him get more popular. That's how we have the human nature, man.
Blessed love viewers and subscribers, Wagwan, hope are doing good, hope are doing great. Now my people, we're there again for the Soul Chat TV with another Mutabaruka content, and this one is the latest cutting edge as of July the 24th, the latest, my people. Now this one, Mutabaruka cover a lot of topics. The main one is the decriminalization of marijuana, and also Mutabaruka will be discussing about Donald Trump, the persecution of Rasta as well, and a whole lot more, my people. So definitely stay tuned because this is going to get really interested. And also, so my people, before I get into it, you know it's a Black Power movement. Drop a like and subscribe, share to a friend or family so they can be a part of the movement. Now my people, let's take a walk.
Good night. This is the cutting edge. And next Wednesday, warm Wednesday. We're there with you. I hope you can stay with you until 2 o'clock. That's 2 a.m. We want to present an interview we did years ago about ganja. And it's a very eye-opening interview because of who it was done with. And after so much years, the talk of ganja and the liberation of ganja is still to be attained. After all of these beautiful talk about what ganja can do and the money it can make, and America has freed up a lot, certain South American country freed up too, we still are waiting to see Jamaica move and what move them can make. We're going to take the first break and come forward. Yes. See everything black. As a matter of fact, Black Life Matters. We're there with you, you know, feeling kind of down little, but we're going to survive. I will survive. As we tell you, so we have a feature interview we do years ago about ganja. And it was with Chris Blackwell. You know, Chris Blackwell is the island man, the man who responsible for move Bob Marley from one level to the next. It was a very great interview with me up at Strawberry Field where I live. Not where I live, but I'm on the place. I live a whole heap of place. So we're going to play it. And the reason why we are playing it is because so much years, the ganja thing got to a next level to where we see all America really step up them goal, them thing with it. Especially Colorado and even in South America, we see ganja is all sort of things. We're going to the health food store, them now we say ganja, CDB, and even in Jamaica, whole heap of ganja place open up. Man, I smoke ganja and all them something there, but we don't see nothing go on really. We don't see nothing of substance. Rastafari, brethren and sisters, still a ball out. You know, still a go jail for ganja and all these things. We think that it have passed and gone long time. But as we say, it's time work everything. Time work everything. The other day we didn't hear about it nothing in Jamaica about how much people from Canada come down and people are plant this and a plant that. And we don't hear about that again. So we want to put it back on the board to think and consider. I hope that people will be invigorated again especially like when coming from a well-known and established person in the Jamaica business runnings. A man will smoke ganja hard. I'm very respected. Millionaire. Should I say billionaire? You know, so we'll take a break after this. After these, wait name there, I'll just come forward and play it. Okay, you know, we have a interview to do with someone. I think we should have take it now, if they're ready. It's really about a collaboration between someone from Wales and someone from the Rasta village in Montego Bay. Big festival in Wales. So I hear from them about the development and what is planned and how coming on upon it. Alright, so that's before we play the Chris Blackwell interview. Meanwhile, here we go. You know, so we're going to play the interview, the Chris Blackwell interview, and then come to the interview with the brethren and sister them from Wales. Yes, we're going to play it right now. So, the operator, you have to wait till you hear this interview we are done before you put them in. Yes, you have to wait. So, here we go.
Mr. President, I vividly recalled a few years ago, a young man came to my office, bewildered and troubled, seeking my assistance in getting a job. I inquired of him where he used to work before. He advised me that he used to work at the airport. But consequent to 9/11, there's a new security regime that now demands that employees of the airport present or furnish their employer with a police record. This young man who has been working for 5 years went to procure a police record. Only discovered that he had a record for a ganja conviction some years ago. He lost the job as a result of that. That's the kind of mischief I'm trying to correct with this proposal. Mr. President, it is with this in mind that I suggest to the government the following. 1, that the report of the Joint Select Committee of Parliament, which examined the recommendations of the Ganja Commission and which was tabled in Parliament since 2004, be debated, and that a vote be taken on its recommendations. 2, that the government, as a matter of urgency, take steps to decriminalize the use of ganja by adults in well-defined circumstances and specific use.
We need to do something to decriminalize this vegetable matter that has destroyed so much people, not because them use it, but because of using it, they turning them into criminals. All over the world, people recognize, governments are now recognizing that ganja is really not what we thought it was. People want to say ganja is a very destructive thing, but over the years, I never really see, for instance, a Rasta man smoke ganja and lay down in the gutter. Because him smoke ganja, I'm going to beat him wife. We really want to find out why is it that the Jamaican government, we're talking about previous government and this government, why are they so reluctant to pursue the matter of ganja and the decriminalization of ganja when even them neighbor, when them afraid is stepping up to the plate right now? Decriminalization of ganja is no more a federal thing in America. Now we see more and more state is stepping in line, saying that, look here, man, there's something beneficial about it, whether economically or medicinally. There's something that should be done to take out the stigma of this thing. We're glad to know that you have people in influential positions right now that see the necessity to decriminalize this thing. Yeah, with the Strawberry Hill, you might wonder why we're doing Strawberry Hill when it's this subject about ganja we are talking about. Well, we have Chris Blackwell here with me. we're going to talk about something where I never even know, say, you're involved with. And not on the exporting level, but on the decriminalizing level, right? The subject of ganja. Yeah, the subject of ganja. Right. Oh, after all of these things that you do, you know, music, movies, this and this, how you reach this stage in your life, you know, where you talk about getting marijuana decriminalized?
It's come from the fact that I'm now in the hospitality business, basically, with these little small hotels that I have, and I guess what really triggered it was a few years ago I went to St. Bart's, and St. Bart's is the most successful island in the Caribbean, really, for tourism, and the thing that really I noticed was they had all these little restaurants. They had, you know, because the way St. Bart's is basically a part of France. You know, that's how the French worked with the ex-colonies, etc. So there are all these restaurants, and you can get wine, lots of vineyards, etc. All make their wine available in St. Bart's. And the thing about wine is that it sort of kind of relaxes you. It relaxes you. It makes you more full of conversation, more full of laughter. It makes a party happen, much more so than alcohol. Yeah. Alcohol can tend to bring out violence. It's a different quality to it. And I thought, you know, Jamaica does not have a wine culture, but it has a ganja culture, and ganja is very similar in a sense to to wine in that respect. Is it loosens you up, makes you relaxed, it makes you laugh, it makes you feel free. It does not make you feel violent. It's just got a quality to it.
Years ago, the previous government, the one before, they commissioned a group of people headed by Professor Barry Shevans to go out there and explore what is the feeling out there amongst the people about the decriminalization of ganja. Why you feel in this time when we say America is taking different states is making move to decriminalize it for different purposes, why you feel that Jamaica is so reluctant to deal with it?
I think initially that reluctance was because of America. And you asked me earlier, how did I get involved? The other reason I got involved was literally about 3 months ago. I asked somebody who, you know, was aware of the runnings of American government, etc. I said, you know, well, what's happening in California? It seems to me that one of two things is going to happen. Either it's going to get closed down or it's going to open up. What is going to happen? And they said, without question, it's opening up. And it's going to go state by state, just like a lot of the other legislation has over the years. So with that information, then it would indicate that America is not going to be upset if Jamaica decriminalizes.
All right, so Chris Blackwell is in Jamaica, and Chris Blackwell say, "Why this thing look like it'll go bust out?"
Right.
We know he's a visionary with certain things. Right. You know when things are going to bust out.
Right.
How you see your involvement now? Like, what you intend to do to make it more out there, to say, well, you know, stop the foolishness about America and America. This is we could do it how we want to do it.
Yeah, I think the main thing is to follow what was done, that commission. Basically, that commission is really, you know, there was a lot of research done.
Yes.
And it came back overwhelmingly, I believe, or that was my understanding of it, that and in favor of decriminalizing. I think that should just be brought to more attention now and should be brought out. I believe very much that it is something that should be done here, and I think it would be a tragedy if it was not done. I put it that I put that much emphasis on it because if it's going to be basically opened up in America as it is, as it's clearly going in that direction, Jamaica has an image, in a sense, of being a place where ganja is part of the culture of Jamaica internationally for a long, long time. If Jamaica was to sit back and lose that opportunity of being more in the front end of what is happening, I think that would be a great shame, really a great shame. It would lose a lot of, apart from anything else, it would lose. Jamaica would lose the opportunity of having another revenue that they could start to get, because California, part of the reason California is opening it up is because I believe that they have
problem of money and things.
Yes, and they projected that it can earn a huge amount of revenue to the state.
I think in 2007, they said that $30 billion was made from ganja in America, much more than wheat, corn, and the other crop, soya bean together. And as we say, it look apparently we're waiting to import ganja. We want, so when somebody else do it now and then we clamp down on it, then we start import it, and then we lose all the necessary economic benefits from it. But the point I want to ask is this. So apparently you're not the only person. Is an organization you set up, or is a group of you just decide, say, you're going to face the government with it? How that work?
It's not an organization. It was literally something that came from that conversation when it came back to me that it was actually going to get bigger rather than close down California. Then I phoned some friends of mine. I've phoned Jimmy Buffett, who's a good friend of mine, and I asked him, does he know anybody who is somebody who I could bring down to come and talk to the government in Jamaica? Somebody who is a respectable member of the community, a successful businessman, whatever. And he put me on to a gentleman called Peter Lewis. Now, Peter Lewis is actually the second largest contributor to the legalization of marijuana in America. The largest contributor is George Soros. I don't know if you know that. George Soros is a very famous hedge fund manager, and he's the largest contributor. So I contacted Peter Lewis, and he came down. And because what I felt was necessary was to not have it coming from even a music business point of view, because I represent music business. Yes.
Yeah, that stigma, like, because you mix with the Rasta them and I think the way you say that,
Right, so I wanted to get some, what I call proper people as well, you know what I mean? And then I also brought down a man called Ethan Nadelman, who has for some time run a operation in America. And he's totally up to date on all the laws, what's happening everywhere. And his entity is called, I can't remember the name of it. But anyhow, he is somebody who is totally aware of everything that's going on in America in this area. And I brought him down too. And then I asked Jason Hensel, who works with me, to see if we could put together an appointment with the government to just in a sense more inform what was happening and have some people who really knew what they were talking about, specifically from America, because America seems to be the biggest thing holding this back. So that's what we did.
And what came out of that? I mean, when you meet with them, the government?
It was positive. I would say it was definitely positive. It was just a matter of how best to do it, and it's. I think it's simple. I think the best thing is to simply put through what was suggested in that commission.
Ironically, I never hear about this meeting.
Right.
You know,
it happened very quickly and
suddenly,
and we didn't say anything about it.
Yes. All right. You can say who you meet with.
We met with Chris Saka and Darryl Vaz.
Okay, Darryl Vaz, very important man in the business. Okay. And in terms of, all right, I know you say it came out good and thing, but what they would have to say in terms of, you coming to them with it, with Buffett and these guys? What?
Well, Chris Sacker did ask, why are we all here? What's in it for us, kind of thing. And there was really nothing more in it than it was something driven by me. I asked them to come, Jimmy Buffett and Peter Lewis, just really because Jimmy Buffett was the person who brought Peter Lewis, and I wanted Peter Lewis to be there because he's a very prominent person. We were able to inform them of what is happening in America, especially Ethan Nadelman, who really is up to date on everything that's going on. He was able to inform them as to what is going on. And clearly, if that is happening in America, it's going to be much less of a problem, right? So I don't think any of us said one can assure right at this moment that there's not going to be any problem, but one felt that it's definitely moving in that direction. So one should look at it seriously in Jamaica.
Sometimes meeting successful, but the success goes as far as the meeting room.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
So the follow-up sometimes is really where decide if it come out of the boardroom into the area of, activity or...
Yes, absolutely.
So what is the next step now after the boardroom?
The next step is to keep on it, basically keep on it. Come back with more information, just keep pushing on it. And that's really what we intend to do. That's the only thing I can suggest. There isn't any other way, because the first thing is decriminalization. That's the first thing. Then from that, thereafter, there are the other routes one can go. To me, there are three routes in Jamaica you can go. One is following the route of Amsterdam, which is where certain places are licensed. Another is in the United States, where there's the medical model where people can acquire it through a prescription. And the other in Jamaica is that it's part of the Rastafari religion. So there is really three routes through which one can go after it's decriminalized towards making it that much more available. Because the thing about the decriminalization, which is unclear, is, well, what happens if somebody's growing it? Can they be arrested? Will their fields get burnt down? Does that change then? But the reason why I'm particularly excited about going back to the wine thing is I could see in Jamaica the same kind of things like you have in France, where there are vineyards, there are special vineyards.
Vineyards of ganja.
Yes, I can see that. Right. And
police go back.
That's right. And I can really see that. So it's something that really can go to the little man too, because it's something that the best ganja needs to be nurtured personally. It's not a mass product. And I think it's a great way of just feeding what is unique about Jamaica is the individuality of Jamaica and Jamaicans. And I just think it is something which would improve tremendously the whole visitors, the tourists.
All right, well, I listen to you, and I hear somebody out there say, Chris Blackwell sound, when him connect it with the wine thing, it sounds like it's another venture into money-making vibes now, rather than the aesthetic value of the thing to Jamaica in terms of the cultural vibration. I mean, I understand, I hear you mention about Rastafari and the smoking it as part of the sacrament and thing, but I don't know if that wouldn't lead to a closing of for instance, the fields, the ganja fields. You're going to have a license to have these ganja fields, and it's only people who have money can afford these licenses, but the little Rastaman in the hill now were planted for use. The police are still come burn it down. Or would I go around that it don't become like a money venture for those who have it already, and not for a man like a man in Westmoreland who are grow it for bridging and bridging them? Or you think we could have go around that?
Well, I haven't thought it all the way through, but I think a license could be based on the amount of land that you're using. If you're using a half acre, then you pay a license for a half acre, which would be a minimal amount. If you're using 50 acres, which is a tremendous amount, then it would be a much higher license. But I do think part of the reason to make it work is that Jamaica could earn a lot of revenue from it.
Yes.
So I think it would need to license growers, and it would need to license places like, let's say, we're at Strawberry Hill now.
Yes.
Strawberry Hill would be a place which would apply for a license. You know, to be able to, people would be able to legally smoke it or consume it on the property. That would be another license that you would.
So, the license with the man in the Westmoreland bush now, or what kind of license for do what? Look, I'm going to plant it for just smoke it.
For himself, you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
because I'm not planted for satisfy a wine taste taste. Him have a man who does love ganja taste.
Well, Westmoreland particularly, I don't know. I think I think they've people there have been planting it for a long time, and it's more than just their own consumption.
Yeah, well, that's how they export.
And that's a good example because it's built up a great reputation.
Yeah.
Orange Hill has built up a brand name.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
That's part of the brand Jamaica.
Yes.
Good ganja come from Orange Hill.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
So that's serious. So you wouldn't have seen, say, it's nice to export some, to get some foreign currency into Jamaica.
I'm not thinking so much of exporting it. Yet. I'm thinking, and when I say me, I'm not in this business.
We understand.
I'm thinking more of it to attract people to Jamaica. I really believe, Jamaica is the greatest place on the planet. I really believe that. And I think more people need to come and see it, and more importantly, move amongst the people and go into the country and feel the country. Otherwise, if you just stay in a hotel, you don't really see Jamaica. You need to go and talk, go to a little rum bar somewhere, chat to people, go somewhere, have a couple of spliff, and then you will come back. You will come back. It's not, that's what you want. You want people who just fall in love with Jamaica. And there are those. I'm sure you've met many of them. People who come here and they came here for 2 days and they're here for 20 years.
Yeah, of course.
So, and I believe, I believe in Jamaica, and Jamaica's, heavens knows how Jamaica has proved itself for its uniqueness and its individuality and its inventiveness, its creativity. It's extraordinary.
Sitting here now, and a man and I say, why two man them a propose the ganja thing, look like they love smoke ganja and everything. And me can tell a man non-apologetically that me never smoke ganja yet in my life.
Wow,
so me have no axe to grind.
Right.
If you say, well, I threw me a Rasta. Right. Why me come with this now and find some man who, within that thinking there. So it's not like me as a Rasta said, and you as a man who has said, well, boy, right now, because you're in the music business, you deal with now another part of the business in terms of, gang tourism.
Yeah.
When I say gang tourism, they say that ganja tourism, I'm going to register that.
They're registered, yes?
Yeah, don't take it from me.
I'll pick it up. But
it's good for say, all of this is coming to a pinpoint.
Yeah.
To say, a man like you, a man like Buffett, and Lewis really decided to them about a face the government.
Right.
Because that is really what it needs.
Right. And it was just really to inform. Really to inform and say, this is happening in America. Don't let it pass Jamaica by. Don't let Jamaica lag in it too. It's not the problem that it was.
All right, well, we give thanks. We give thanks to know, say, this is our next part of Chris Blackwell. This is our next part of Chris Blackwell where, it's gone beyond the music now. It's a deal with a political nature. Because it's really a political nature you reach now. You know that.
I guess, but I think
it doesn't scare you.
I know. Well, it doesn't scare me because I've never sort of been involved in politics. And this anyhow is bipartisan, really, because this commission was done by the previous government. So it's a bipartisan thing here. I don't think it's one party or another party.
John Washington, him used to plant ganja.
Really, I don't know.
Yeah, man. If you look in a book, there's a book named "The Emperor Wears No Clothes."
Right.
It's a book where almost like the Bible of what the hemp is all about, what ganja is all about. There was a time when you can plant ganja in America without the law coming down by you for different purposes.
It just became illegal in the 30s, wasn't it? When was it? 30s or 20s?
Yes. Yeah. And there's almost a stigma to because Even the argument of marijuana, which is Mary Jane, changing the name and everything there. So, we give thanks. Say you're really involved in it. We give thanks for that. Yeah,
Thank you.
Or become legal.
Yeah.
More money are going to make more people are going to have access to it.
But more people are going to sell it and you're selling things I'll get less. There are things so.
No, the thing about it is that the best come from Jamaica. You know what I mean? And
then you see the best come from West.
You see what I say? And saying best.
Yes, of
so,
course.
So naturally, if herb legal, it go up on a vast scale. Where one can just go in a shop, buy a spliff,
and just go smoke.
You see what I say?
Yeah, and it prevents the criminalization of man and man, especially Rasta.
Alright, because Rasta use it as a sacrament.
Yeah. After all of that, we come to the point where it left up to you, the public, sometimes, to make your voice heard in this thing. And we don't recognize and realize that even within the commission, the majority of you say it's stupid to have a man as a criminal in Jamaica. For this. It's really stupid. How can you arrest a man and criminalize him? To have a beautiful plant like this. It look pretty.
Yes. That was an interview that we do up at Strawberry with Chris Blackwell. And after that interview, I hear him talk about Buffett and them man there. We say the government decriminalize it. And it take them couple years after now to make spaces in a Jamaica where you can go. And them talk about medical marijuana, which is a madness in itself. Because the only reason why medical marijuana there is because the American them find another way, you know, to use it and claim say it's good for certain ailment. No Rasta, and not only Rasta, but other people, a whole heap of herbs down here so, where it's good for certain ailment. And nobody ever decriminalized them because it still was indigenous to the culture of Jamaica. So a whole heap of what we call grandmothers still use it. And now we see a whole heap of young people now start to get into it now and start to use it. We are talking about other herbs now, we're not talking about the ganja. But we see where the ganja, after all of these decriminalization, after all of this interest in Jamaica, after all of the legalization, not only decriminalization, the legalization in America, we don't hear about it again. We don't see no rich Rasta around about the place because them plant ganja and export it. We don't see no rich Rasta from them time there. Westmoreland and all them place there. Man can afford certain things. But we don't see that again. And it decriminalized. Want to legitimate legalization. With Peter Tosh ball out for. Want to that. We are say it's almost like a hypocrisy. Like a hypocrisy. Because the man saying bring three of the richest man them in America come down here. And them talk to government. And the only place the government did reach are decriminalizing. And still stigmatize it. Because up to last year, or this year, Rasta still got jail for ganja. And we see the minister, Babsy Grace, send out a paper show you say, there's certain place you can go smoke herbs and feel free to do it. And also you can have 5 plants and don't be molested. But the madness go on and on and on and on. To me, it no feel no different. Me no feel no different. Me still say harassment, we hear about harassment, and all these things are going on. Still, after all of that. So what is going to take for the government of Jamaica, especially this one here, we have so much noose round their neck, especially against Rasta. Just last week we talked about the lax thing in a school and then we were there. And we link the lax thing to ganja too. You know? At 20 years, I couldn't get to go to Canada. Because I have a ganja record. And every time I go to Central, I can't get through 20 years. And the weirdest thing is that I was my ganja. Them just find it, which part me did there. After the person admits you have for them own, them still arrest me. And then have it on a record. Say Mutabaruka found with ganja and put it on me record. 20 years after it get wiped out. And we could have go to Canada. But the thing with it is that there's so much talk and argument and this and that go on just recently. But somehow we don't hear about nothing about the ganja thing again. Nothing at all. When, we're going to take a break and come forward. We're going to take a break and come forward to the Yes, we're there with you. We're going to come off of the herb thing little. We have some ones in Jamaica where have a festival. I go on in the wheels. And them come to kind of link that festival with ones and ones here to make it more really official, as would I say, in the culture. Yeah, good night.
Yes, I Rastafari. Yeah, brother King Salat, they're the first, so they're the king.
Wait, that all man this?
You always a call that tall man. First man, yes.
First man. I think I the one yes, that go talk to. I wonder, which part them there?
You know, so, yeah, as there's in a wheel there, you know, but, you know, it's a big one that overtaking. So
you the wheels, are wheels you call me from?
That's a reason I take it's from. Okay.
So how come you know the on the show? I don't understand that.
You know, so I'm not really kind of the on the show vibration.
I mean, whatsoever.
Yeah, what the story is, in 2012, Jamaican government invite I to somewhere we never know nothing about, but it was a training surrounding the 2000.
Oh, that one day. Okay.
Yeah, so when them show them bring in many people, Maroon and Revival and Rasta.
I think I did hear about it.
Yeah, them a show I know. So the government signed to respecting culture, or cultural people must hold them responsible for that respect. But in about 2018 now, so I know as Rastafari, I start to look at them thing and I say, oh, for hold them responsible and thing. And I realize it's a lip service thing. However, in 2018, I don't know if you heard them know that reggae music, now they got you an inscription. So just like how tango belong to Argentina, them recognize now from a United Nations level that reggae music is owned by Jamaica, and certain responsibilities come with that. So in the elements of reggae music, and also you don't have a Rastafari as a huge element. You have the jerk people them as a huge element. You have all different aspects of Jamaican culture. Peanut Man, all of them things is a huge element. So and I know Boca Sister in 2020 she have a charity, in Wales, and we are reading about the rape and the exploitation and the daughter sit up and listen to the reason, and she has a PR charity do an event. However, she don't want the PR event now for not represent authenticity and a mechanism to give back to Jamaica. So we start to explore now how that couldn't be possible. You know, I know it's a very, very big conversation because the stakeholders, them not really sit down at the table. But with this history now and PR energy, we start to look into it and I say, so them decide to say, all right, let them come to Jamaica. We start to show them what we think is recognized in reggae, which is it must have authentic people from Jamaica. It can't just be the stage, you know, you have to have more partnerships, you know, and them things. So them buy into it, them carry it to feed them government. Yeah, at the time, the festival did have been in 2021. Full government has show up, we bring it to the government in Jamaica, yeah. And they must say, yeah man, Golden Jubilee and things, so they would have endorse the festival. Anyway, it no work, to tell you the truth. Come there and meet with them, everything, because the ones them they want to ensure that everything is the way how the Jamaican government would have, or the Jamaican people that love to see a festival. But no organization or all the way can go to and say, this is a reggae fraternity where represent reggae globally and locally. So I say everybody have been like a part. So it forces and I still if we say, well, all right, even as individuals, we're very interested in that intellectual property and see how we could export that what exists in our mind. Because raw material have a problem to move. So I did have an event, but the idea open the event in the name Irie. And we I wonder how we could export that event, you know? So I am fair business partner, them did look into that and we start put it to the system. So the way of the event create now is like it have a Rastafari village unite, you know, and I know control that area there. And, you know, we bring jerk people from Jamaica and them control that area there. And we are charter this course to open the conversation as to how these promoters can recognize.
But on that festival they not keep in a wheels in 2022 where you have reggae artists coming from Jamaica.
Yeah man, but it's beyond that, you know, it's not about
No, I know it's beyond that, but it's a base off reggae because them ones up there is reggae them get exposed to and they move it from that and I carry it go somewhere else. That's why I ask you them on the show because I know say I am always them always try to get me to go to Wales. Even my sister would teach up there in our university. Yeah. So the professor warm me up that I never really reach it. So that's why I really start out by asking how come on the planet. But I understand what you said, that it's a total cultural experience you are talking about, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, so perfectly. I couldn't say it better.
So all the herbs that fit into that?
You know, say, as we cross each border, you know, the recognition, you know, the other herbs them up there. But the intangible cultural heritage where ganja play in a role of the mentality of reggae. It's a conversation, you know, and this is a big ongoing process because then place are really and truly ganja there everywhere, but totally illegal in the place, you know. Still have the stigma over here, so. So much more within the herbs, with the herbs, you know, the herbs are catalyst to so much more things, so we still have to see how best we can capitalize on what it creates, you know.
Yeah. All right, look here. I just played an interview a while ago when we do with Chris Blackwell years ago. I don't know if you listen by your phone or whatsoever, but from them time there, before them decriminalize the ganja, him did I talk about like for instance, film place now. You know, them have a wine thing where people love to have good wine. They must say, he would have loved to say the hotel them have good herbs to give them guests. Now, from the time when them say them decriminalize it, and we say, I have start up a festival down at the grill there, and it will go on good. And we see people that are coming and I start this and I start that. But all of a sudden we don't hear nothing more about Jamaica and ganja and thing. So I say, you can't give me what really happened because I know you're involved in it in a certain way. How come the ganja thing just gone underground, so?
Well, you know, so I did that try. The ones them study and money did make them move to that first. You never start with the integrity. So them did look for that Colorado. And then giving them the Colorado people then. And when them the party government do, you know. So when Obama knows and I'm sure you know, everyone look for how much tax could have laid make from outside. And they never, after they realize that they're in conscience, after they look into it and say, Rasta, so they catch on and look at things on the amendment.
Yeah, hold on. I can take a break and come forward. I want to take a break and come forward. Yes. First man.
Yes, great king.
Yeah, which part will they know?
Yeah, you know, your dad did that check up on the ganja vibration and I did that.
Yeah, up there.
I just want to go forward to one little point. After the eye say it, I hear it. When the eye talk about the eye presence here, and I tell the eye, you know, say that is a missed opportunity for I and I don't know how it never crossed my mind fire.
What that you talk about?
There is a foundation amongst and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the truth, and it would have been. It's like me there, I said, what a missed opportunity. We have a one night there on this inaugural type of vibration.
Well, that's what it go.
Yeah, however, too, you know, is a continuing thing in the sense that the thing is more than a festival.
Yeah.
So as it relates to the same university over here, so and them things, I will go further and them in the eye.
Yeah, man. My sister teach up there. Some university, I don't remember where the university name, but I know she teach up there. And Charles asked about this professor.
The university we're involved in that project is the University of South Wales. Yeah, King. So to the ganja forward now. It's like, you see, when you're in a place like America where Jamaican government claims it, then get them magic term. It's like the same thing, you know, they go over there, they don't show people, or them people that might deal with garbage, they just show you all this lie about gun and rare, you know, then we just take the worst from everything. But when you go over America, when I think what them do, like New York, they study New York regulation, them the legacy first, or they make an attempt to say, the people that move supply ganja, people that move get lock up feed, all of them people that must have a seat. Jamaican government never did that. Them did just a foreign exchange. So because they see that now, that same Chris Blackwell idea, they couldn't work because the ganja wouldn't be Jamaican ganja. It wouldn't be genetics from here. It wouldn't be farmers from here. It wouldn't even be the climate from here because them they are trying to put everything into this kind of sterilized kind of vibration, you know. So it's like them never have the vision about owning it. It's still the colonial mind of exporting and bringing in the kind of new colonizer in the process there, you know, would be more like a Canada, you know, because them did start the legalization first and them free up much money enough for them legal system to make it happen. So the Canadian people, them just run and them are the people them who really would have come in and so honorable one that you know, but overall, the idea was not about making it Jamaican. The idea was bringing it. Remember, so the man didn't even decide saying the ganja thing, you know. If a man come in Jamaica and be ganja, he can get to then suggest same couldn't just get a citizenship. Because what I have here and them man that did lobby for was that 51% that every company must be owned by a Jamaican. So it's like every move where they make was all to make sure, say, as some foreign people own the industry. So hence now it now have no roots. So it have to disappear. And the disappearance is not even a bad thing. In a weird kind of bring forward it to the owners in a way. So it's just the local people that know the own and personalized standards so then they get from out of that joke period there. And I heard them get better in Jamaica. There's no doubt about it since decriminalization and things. Once that look closer out and can make the earth then clean and you know, and more, kind of, yeah, well, they still get locked up. But some people now are locked up with some of the principles and the best way they know them to do it, the best way they know them to clean it and store it, you know?
Yeah.
So some improvement make. But the ownership of it, man, is still colonial and the government have a clue them pick up something with them and know nothing about.
What that me I say? What that me I say?
And then I ask the ganja man, they will export it over time.
Yeah.
You know, the New York, them...
No, them are the criminal, man, them are the criminal, them not ask them are the criminal.
But in a place like New York, no, it's different. The criminal, them come to the table.
Yeah.
And if you even have a family member where they got jail and you can't prove it, you have a seat at the table.
Yeah.
You know, because they look at a reparatory approach. Jamaica never yet know I'm a reparatory approach. You feel like there is a new thing. When we are claiming their rights. And the same thing happened to reggae. We don't have nothing, we don't have no asset. It's not they don't know how to value. And that is the thing, we don't have no value upon Jamaican ganja, we don't have value upon Jamaican culture. And that's just a problem. You know? And Jamaican culture, everything. When you look on what the reggae music do, they look at you, them over, so. I never seen nothing like that yet, Rasta. And it them are youth, protect youth off our street.
Transformation,
man. I never know there are too much ones over here. I make money in society, you know, as dance, teach, and even Jamaican diaspora ones. Really want to. The culture, last 2 years, when I fly people, them couldn't reach from the village, you know. Them are people in the village couldn't reach. It was like a little mixed up. So we end up having to reach over here so now and realize ourselves. The culture open the time coming a man over here. I try to cook over here with the diaspora. Still hold on to the culture. It's not so young. You know, I still a level of eldership I deal with it, so I don't like to transfer so much. Yeah. But it's still there, you know, to an extent, you know.
All right. So what is the move now you do? Where, before you come forward, where you do now before you come forward?
So the festival starts in our next day, and then the whole, this is because the government now a wheel sponsor the festival. So as a result of that now, we are trying to develop a replicable model for more times here for sure. How we do it this time, how we bring in the authenticity. There's a more the impact to do with upon right now to say if it works and if it never works. And after Taurus Friday upon the show, I start with Egyptian Friday, you know, Taurus Friday upon the show, Johnny Osborne upon the show. But then the ground, the festival itself, a Jamaican thing. I commission the party people and win rush people and not trouble with them car park. To get back your passport to come to Jamaica and everything, you know. And then jump and wait for them people and who them promote locally made things, them people are better. So I'm trying to infuse now all reggae music can become a catalyst to grow economic for people. It's more that it's not just the show. If you get about that, it's not just the show, you know. It's really the of reggae through people's life, their daily life, you know. So it's kind of a mission there.
All right, well, I hope it work out and like you have some good reason when I come forward. You know?
Yeah, man, I look forward to that, man. One step at a time, because sure, everything will work. The promoter then do what them to do. The show, I don't know about that, about 95% guys follow the show. So it's just a matter of execute, you know, and document. So it's
all right.
It's okay.
All right, so give thanks, highly. All right. We have to about that. I don't know where we're going this, so as we say, we're going to take some phone call and you really want them upon their mind. And we want you know, say, so much things are going on in Jamaica and in America, especially in America. May I tell you, lady with the Jamaican Indian family is really giving Biden a joyous time in him time of when him say him call it now him gone. Him decides him after whole heap of coaxing, I can't what we say in Jamaica. Them coax him for resign. So after this 3 months, 6 months done, whosoever win, and right now I see the Democratic Party really get a new lease for life. I think what will happen is that this shot will get fired, when them fire after Trump, they really have big him up. Imagine a man get shot and it make him get more popular. That's how we have the human nature, man. But now, this woman, come have them in a division. Yeah, she have them in a division now because she just come in and just get back life in the Democratic Party now. And we see what happen. Some of the polls, them make she gone in front of Trump. And it just starts. She get $100 million in the first day. She got $100 million. But anybody hear about Elon Musk? Biden in a public, not Biden, Trump. Trump on a public stage where hundreds of people are listening to him and him say, Elon Musk, I give him $45 million a month. $45 million a month. It's almost more than man they have, Rasta. Just yesterday, Elon Musk come out and say, him not get Biden $45 million a month. Yeah, him not deal with them kind of dictatorship business there. Him not deal with, him not get $45 million a month. I don't hear Trump come back and answer him. But that is really a serious thing. Because I think twice I hear him say it on 2 different stages, Say Elon Musk give him $45 million a month. And now Elon Musk come out and say, no go so. But here I know, Elon Musk come out and say, the woke people, them kill him son. I hear that thing say, is a death in our family, like death, grave. But when really I say is that the woke, for those of you who know what is the woke in America now, is like the gay movement, transgender movement, all these movements is called woke. Well, I can't to him I say that the woke people, the woke kill him son. When really I say is that him son is a transgender. And I'm first one neither. Him son is a transgender. So him just say, boy, him son dead. Him son dead. Anyway, another argument that. Yes, blessed.
Night.
Good night.
All right, though.
Yeah, do man.
All right. After the things are Muta. Question Muta, because you're aware man. Can you tell me, we don't know it obvious you have a class in Jamaica. Can you tell me what will happen if I spring out of the ground and ream at Tibale, Maxwell Avenue, Waltham, Allegard? Can you tell me if oil short work at this place?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what would the government do on them which kind of Cherry Garden and Beverly's and now?
Well, the government will take charge of it.
So,
and move the people them.
And John would that be like Beverly's
and move the people them.
Thank you. So, what may I try to say, Muta? I mean...
Them find island there?
Eh?
Them find island there?
No, them would have moved long time, Muta.
Okay.
My question is, when we say, as I used to say, Rasta got you for ganja in Jamaica, for ganja, and successive government and this government tell the black poor people and where go prison, dead for ganja, get beat for ganja, that in order for them to going in the ganja business, you have to build fence. Worth how much $1 million Muta?
Yeah.
You know, see, it's obvious, Muta, that them people are definitely not the intention to get Jamaica black people out of the squad. And you see it evident. Them not give them land, and you tell, Muta, government should have no part in a ganja apart from collect them tax. And them should have shame for collect tax from it.
So them a part night?
Yeah, man, them dictate, you know, say, I'm a rich people alone, I say ganja now.
Oh, you mean that part there?
Yeah. You know, see that?
No, I think you said them a sell it.
You're surprised. You know what I said to Muta, but...
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Keep it there. So, you see the level of the hypocrite. These people are so...
Hypocritical.
Hypocrite. No, not preach up no word. They are so... I don't know. Look at the filth and squalor of people that live there. Look at the houses. Whenever get the people I know. The ganja are supposed to bail out the people then. And obviously these people are manipulated away with them, just give them friends, give people who have money to sell this thing, you know. So it's just a system to just keep the people poor and poor. I will tell you again, Muta, go to St. Thomas to work. I want to say all the Chinaman, them, Muta, everyone, them up to the pit, them have a 9mm upon themselves. And you say the best thing that true with anybody. The black people have the broom and the shovel. I say, we'll have an election probably next year. And up until this very minute, Muta, hear Mark Golden. Big up my brother, Raspal. Long life again, Raspal. I hear Mark Golden. I talk about houses and land to the people. I hear Andrew D. Then just ignore this topic. We don't want nothing from a politician. We want our 4 parents work for and give or forget. So them not the intention just want to ever be a slave to them. It's just the difference is that you know no bang upon your foot or your hand, no shackle. Question now, Muta. Divert look. Does the police have a right to stop you without reasonable cause? You're driving as a decent law bicycle. Does the police have can just run and stop you so and tell you the foolishness?
Well, I don't know if them things it's foolishness, but them can't stop you if you have reasonable cause. And that you are driver, you're going to say not a reasonable cause.
But I think it will have a suspicion of coming.
We call reasonable cause? Like you don't have no light? You don't have no...
you don't have no light, so I can't understand the stuff.
You don't have your seat belt?
No, yes.
Yeah, use your phone.
So I'm trying to stop you and say, may I check your paper randomly?
No, I don't know about checking your paper randomly. They would have that are a reasonable cause. Unless some point your car defective, they must have you to see your paper to see if your car.
Right, but one stop me, I'm saying nothing because I check my paper and I tell him, say, no, you're really wasting time, party. The sticker shows some care up to date. Etc. Yeah, wasting time. But when we realize later on some video I watch, I say, is that alright? Miss Lindsay came on the radio today, must say, nationwide. And she said, if it's related to the man who shoot himself in the afternoon, she said, when the police stop you, you have to just comply and just not say nothing else. Someone want to know what happened to a constitution, right? It's like she said, a policeman can't say, boy, come here. And you know, say, but yeah, disrespect me. Is it a police state, Muta? Because I notice them people and never ever come on TV and tell us what the police can do or them can do. And them all that support the police don't care even if them wrong. And the people are dead. I want to know what she mean by comply with the police. Means a big man, Muta, if me lick down somebody or do a wrong and the police come to me, I'm not going to fight him. Not cooperate. Because I do something wrong, I'm man enough to respond to him. But what you mean by cooperate with the police? What want to these people around the country? What happened to constitution, right? So a policeman can't just say, you come stand up there, so. Would I like, if I get that to him, she explain that to her. Because I want to know what to a constitution, right? It's like, one time, one stop a vehicle, two of them. I'm say, where you stop me for? You already stop a vehicle already. Then, him go outside, he will stop a next vehicle and come. Say, boss, man, two of you can't stop three vehicles. So
but him not supposed to stop more than one. Him not supposed to stop more than one vehicle.
Thank you, Muta. Come here, tell him, say, no, you only can't stop one vehicle.
One vehicle, yeah.
You supposed to check the vehicle and supposed to watch it back, and that's the logic.
Yeah.
But when I say, Muta, nobody.
So when you tell him
none of them are there to tell the police that them wrong, no, Muta.
No, but when you say that to him, what him say?
Eh?
When you say that, you say that to him?
To my Muta, to my hands. Never tell us so, Muta. These police, nowadays, it's like I can't tell them nothing. The man and behave like them are God and instant. Because the people will tell you one thing and give them the power. You can't tell them nothing. That, and it's, I don't know if it's a coincidence. That me now come from Pavilion Muta and the policeman, two of them, one I look for the two of them I look for the paper and the one turn them back to the vehicle, the oncoming vehicle, them gone out. And the next one I look for the paper. I'm having to say, boss man, no. Make him look for the registration and you watch where I go on. The young one him start hopping that fuck Muta. So I'm stop and look him in the face. So like the person almost say, pick up some message some lamb and extend and the next one and they stay here. Like, you cannot, because let me tell you, Jamaican people just hypocrite here, Muta, and give the police this power just to collect money and then behave like say the people not done right.
No, the people don't know the law. That's why the people must study the law.
But Muta, I tell you, when I tell them, say, yo, you just lean up off a tree at the bank, on the back, turn left on the phone, and you can't get no advice, Muta. Them. Maybe I know them people that come from Muta. That's how the country stays, you know, because you have nobody. What them do, as I tell the Bridget, them not going to offend the police now, so because when anything starts, them now want the police turn them back. So them give the police them all the right, give them license gun, give them all the house over football and them sex up with that. You understand? And feel say, yeah, them rich. I'm going to say, we as black people, we have about 10, 20 hours and still a lot more. So them give them that time, them comfortable, the same mentality like the man, the roast bread fruit then. Me remember, I say, Colonel Charles Muta in African clothes. And you're the only man, I say, look, you look unique in African clothes. And a man, outrun. I never ever see Colonel Charles come parade and condemn the government. What them do wrong, I condemn the police. Look, fine Enzinga, what them do wrong. You never hear him as a black man where you say as African, I will say, yeah.
Them did make him chief, you know. Them did make him chief.
Eh?
Them did make him chief down there.
Right. Mike Henry used to go around Rasta thing. Me say them guys here just know for you, just like when Sarah lived on Spanish Town Road. They don't care much. I mean, I try to tell black people, who have a brain. Me just look on a video with a white man and say, white people have a right to grudge black people because when you stay in a stone, like Donald Trump going in a stone and cook. If you go in the water and the air change, you run good, you cook good. Black people just believe in themselves and come together, you know. Come together and see people, Starmer come here and people can't afford to go in a private jet and fly to Jamaica. Do anything you do wrong in Jamaica. Anything you do wrong, nobody not there to support you know, or being a vanguard, you know, we have to be one vanguard. Nobody no care black people and stop going and killing the people and get on still hungry on the better than them. On not kill if you no gold and a piercing fence. And stop me politicians putting a piercing fence and dirty water and rubbish Muta. Look up on Walter Muta, there's a sewage water all long. It really all know nobody knows about it. Them guys get richer and richer and live in the most of Beverly and look down. That's why I ask if I stream out they're going to read my antibody. And obviously answer the question when I move them. So, not depend on no Mark Golden and no Andrew to deliver on them. Not going to Muta. Them can't run in a minute because them don't take, if you take out a Jamaican bank to foreign. No matter the owner. Look for a man at police station. Eh? And this man, Asata.
You know, so I have to take a break.
All right. Long life, my boss. Yeah.
All right, blessed. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Blessed
man.
Yeah, man. Man, you know the previous caller there, you know?
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah, man, I say the America politics, Muta. You know, we have to change the topic sometime. I say, Camilla now. How you see it look to you?
Well, she pick up a momentum that was unprecedented. You know, it come like when Obama did go run for the president. It come like she go on her way, man. She go on her way.
Yeah, I feel like she'll bring it, you know. You know why?
Yeah.
You remember the last time I spoke here, last time I tell about there's only one thing could have really prevent her. But when we look on it, they say, come like that can't prevent her. You know, the white thing that talk about. You know, if she don't get the white support, I choose, you know, white and everything. But when me I check out the full, you know, the full thing and I check some virgin and some, you know, family and thing with me. Have up in the state there, and some people are California. Because you know where California fair thing comes from.
Yeah, man, I over there, so she was the prosecutor and all them, some the DA and.
Them I say, right now, you see how the young voter them, she go capture them. You see the intelligent people, them, that are the college.
Yeah, college youth them. Whenever they don't want to go with Biden because of the war.
See? I go capture them. And people who intelligent, you know, so the redneck them all go for Trump still.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the redneck them, you know, and the evangelists them, because Trump have some church people, you know. Yeah,
well, nobody now gonna leave him, you know. It's just, him have some ones who are undecided, and at them one they shall forget. The one them who undecided, you know, but Trump, them not left him.
Well, it's when I really seek out the full thing, a man I tell me, say, you see, them people they were legend, like how me and you think, you know, them people they were think for themselves.
Who that?
It a go work down to she. Because the people them tired of Trump and him lie every time Trump talk, you know.
Lie, pure lie.
A be a lie. Trump like some of them politicians down away, so them a run Jamaica, you know. But every time them talk, me hear the man them and interview them international, you know, the hurricane. And 3 months, can you imagine?
Yeah, me mentioned it last week.
3 different.
Yeah, place to go stay.
Big figure. One I say 900, one I say 700, one I say 60 odd. Seeing where the thing's supposed to combine and man supposed to sit down and room and reach. And I say, well, how much? How much shelter Muta? How much shelter you have available in Muta? And you say, Raspal, 5, you know.
The Prime Minister should have known that right away.
Yeah. So when you look on the man, these man come like Trump, you know. Every time Trump talk, I just feel lie and respect the people them for us go with him because anything we must say, the people are see? So a man I tell him, I say, Trump, I just wait, the people are wait for send Trump a message. See, because they want to bring back America to certain respectability.
Yeah.
See? And you know say when we figure out and look at the same way Jamaica run on a level 2, where everything just I do feet we I go feet we. You see it, but anyhow, me I say we don't like them really support her. See? And she see if she can make a difference to what go on a Palestine. When she maybe she not go really because you know the people around her. But sometimes you know, you don't know who we stand. You see it because be a wickedness I go on a Palestine. You know?
Yeah.
See, and that the people don't like with Biden. You know? See?
Yeah, well, you know, say, Netanyahu with America, you know. Hello?
I made it to the end. Give thanks to the ones and ones who made it this far. Quite a program, my people. A whole lot of things we need to look into. The system is not for us. Yeah, man. The system is not for the lower class. I'm telling you. It's not made. We as black people, we need to come together. We need to come together. Because we need to rebuild this thing. It's a serious case. We all have to come together to make this happen. Yeah, man. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, though. Yeah, man. Let me know what you think we can alleviate some of these things that is going on. And, yeah. Respect for passing through. And stay tuned for the stepping razor, my people. Catch you in the next one. Alright.